Carol Bouwer Bags and Dr. Esther Mahlangu have come together to unveil 50 custom Carol Bouwer handbags, each featuring the artworks of Dr. Esther Mahlangu. The collection, curated by these African pioneers, is considered a standout in both the world of fashion and art. The bags will be launched at the Melrose Gallery, and this morning we're joined by Craig Mark, the director of the Melrose Gallery, and the CEO of Carol Bouwer Bags, Carol Bouwer. Very good morning to you, Craig and Carol. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you so much for having us, Cynthia. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Carol. I'm going to start with you. This is fashion and art coming together, obviously. What really inspired this collection of the Carol Bouwer bags?
What's not inspiring about Dr. Esther? I mean, I don't know of an icon as big as what she is today.
Yeah.
And when Craig shared with me that Dr. Esther would be turning 85 in 2020, I knew that we needed to do something to honor her. And it's just been a journey so beautiful. I talk to everybody about how Dr. Esther has been my escape from Corona. Just working with the gallery as well as with Dr. Esther on creating this bag has allowed me to forget that there's a pandemic here. And it's a beautiful journey.
Take us through the manufacturing process and what you had in mind really when creating the bags. What are they made of?
So the bags are made of proudly South African skins. What has been important for us was to celebrate our heritage. Dr. Esther is really about exporting our culture to the world, but while doing that, ensuring that South Africans themselves celebrate what is intrinsically South African, what is proudly South African. And really, you know, when people talk about the fact that we are punching above our weight, she emphasizes the fact that this is our weight. It is not above our weight. We are equal to the world. And for me, it needed to show in the bags. It needed to be clear in the bags that we are equal to anybody, to the best of the best in the world. So the bags are, at the baseline, we start with ostrich shin, and I think everybody who knows the Carol Bouwer bag signature, they know that that is my favorite skin. If you look at the Lindiwe, which is our signature bag, the most popular one begins with ostrich. And then we have the python and premium, we have crocodile. What is most important for both Dr. Esther, the Melrose Gallery, and I think Amanda and myself as partners in the bag is the fact that the skins are sourced ethically. I think South Africa, as well as Indonesia, have been very clear in terms of the United Nations CITES that we are, you know, adhering to the convention. We are adhering to ensuring that the skins are sourced ethically. The bags are made in an environment that is empowering, that ensures that you're not just making jobs, creating jobs, but you are empowering communities where these skins are sourced. And the bags must be beautiful because Dr. Esther's work is so beautiful.
Most definitely. Now, Craig, why did the Melrose Gallery decide to partake in this collaboration, and what is your role?
So Mom Esther's appointed us as her global representatives from a gallery perspective. We are really inundated by requests for collaborations every year from all over the world, major brands, artists, curators, all wanting to collaborate with Mom Esther. And Carol Bouwer has got a really strong brand herself, is known for the quality of the bags that she creates. And she's got some history with Mom Esther because she recognized Mom Esther with an Umbokodo Award. I think that was about 2 years ago or 3 years ago. So we met Carol then, and Mom Esther, when you think about the works that she's really known for, a lot of those works actually are her painting on three-dimensional objects such as a car, a plane, a motorbike, a bicycle.
Okay.
And here it's kind of like a natural progression because these are almost sculptural forms. They're artworks in themselves. So there was a natural kind of progression to be involved in the projects, a limited edition of 50. And we know that the quality would be good. And Mom Esther absolutely loves bags. When Carol went to show her the finished bags, she grabbed one of them and didn't want to let it go. But I'm sure.
Well, Craig, the gallery has supported Dr. Esther Mahlangu for decades now. What is it about the bags that still surprises you about her work ethic, about her commitment and dedication in everything she works on?
She's an amazing lady. She really is. I've worked with Mum Esther on and off for the last 17 years, but from a gallery perspective, we've been working with her for 4 years now by the Melrose Gallery. But on the 11th of November, she turns 85. And we are launching a solo called Esther Mahlangu 85 on the 19th, and on the 20th, the bags. And then a little bit later on in the month, 2 massive murals at Southgate Mall. So Mum Esther is still working very hard, traveling extensively. We keep asking her, when are you going to retire? She keeps saying, never. I can keep working. It's not work for me. It's part of who I am. And that is why she is such an inspiration. 7 decades she's been painting for. Since she was 10 years old, she just turned 85. And she's really made an incredibly valuable contribution to contemporary art on a global basis. So whilst she is proudly and proudly South African, she's actually a citizen of the world, somebody who is highly, highly respected globally from an important contemporary artist contribution.
Okay. Now, Carol, I'm just going through some of the images and slides that we're playing on the screens right now. And, by all means, with beyond a shadow of doubt, I know that the Carol Bouwer brand, add a bit of Esther Mahlangu influence and flair, will definitely be an exporter's paradise. And the Carol Bouwer brand will definitely hit the international fashion stake. So what kind of women are you catering for with this collection?
I'm catering to women who care about culture. I'm catering to women who care about women. I think that Kamala Harris has broken and shattered a ceiling that is important yesterday, and women around the world will be celebrating that. And if you want to have a signature piece that helps you celebrate that, a Dr. Esther Mahlangu Carol Bouwer bag is certainly what you want. What I will say is that we only have made 50 pieces, so it's a coveted piece, and it's a premium piece. And I think one of the things that I was being asked by the women who've already got the bags is, what is the value really of these bags beyond the money? The value of the bag is that, it is really priceless. It is an art piece. It's something that you want to keep, for your grandchildren. One of the things I love is the fact that what is most valuable about the bags is this, and if you can get her signature on it, it makes it even more priceless. And Dr. Esther, for me, you were asking Craig about what's been most surprising about her work ethic. For me, when we arrived to spend a weekend with her, we spent the Heritage Weekend with her in September. It was beautiful to see how her mind just keeps ticking. Her mind is constantly working, and she was thinking of creative ways that we could get these bags into the right hands, and how she knows what she wants. So the bag that she had thought she didn't like is actually the one that ended up being her favorite, and that's the one that she's kept, the white one that you see her holding in the picture.
Right.
And the fact that she, Dr. Esther is somebody that I think many would assume at the age of 85 would be told, this is the one you're going to have, this is how we're going to make it. She's been very involved in the process, and together with Craig, they've been tweaking things and saying, Carol, we think you should go this way. Carol, we think we'd like to end up with something like this. Something that I'd like to share with you about how we ended up with a round bag. The Ndebele culture is about communing together around the fire, around the table, around a beautiful meal, and that sort of circular nature of the culture is what's reflected in this bag. And we go back to so many things in African societies that are about communing together and coming together. The oneness of our culture and the fact that it's endless. We hold hands together through difficult times, through happy times, and I think that she's given us a direction direction that I never could have come up with, but just through her coaxing and obviously through the Melrose Gallery, also having worked with her for so many years. I mean, Craig speaks about 17 years of a relationship, and I think we've benefited from that, and you see it in the bag. And I'm just so grateful that 50 women will be able to enjoy that and share it with their children and their grandchildren going forward.
All right, Craig, just briefly, we don't have much time. I understand that this will be launched on the 20th of November this year, isn't it? Shortly after her birthday. Tell us more.
Yes, it'll be launched at the gallery. It is a closed event because of the pandemic. We don't want to put Esther and the audience at risk, so it's a small crowd.
Okay.
But the bags will be available for view at the gallery. People can pop in and see the solo exhibition that's running at the same time.
All right, Craig and Carol, thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for giving us this time. And I'd like to thank Amanda Dambuza for partnering with us and for Bosch & Dahl for making the launch possible. Thank you, Simphiwe.
Indeed. Thank you so much, Carol and Craig. That was, Dr. Esther Mahlangu collaborates with Carol Bouwer to create luxury bags. We just spoke to Craig Mark, the director of the Melrose Gallery and the CEO of Carol Bouwer Bags, Miss Carol Bouwer. It's 8 o'clock. It's time for the news.